We got huge WWE announcements and a big tease for WrestleMania 41. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show.
Yes.
All right, first I want to kick things off. Let's do a quick shout out for the merchandise. If you use code SUMMER24, you get 15% off on www.ango.live. New merchandise, all that good stuff. Get yourself some swag. But we got to talk about some wrestling news, and I think it's best to talk about Steve Austin, Stone Cold potentially coming back to the WWE. Yes, he is teasing it. He was speaking with Christopher Kamrani of The Athletic, and man, he was talking about WrestleMania. And listen, he says, I said I won't leave Nevada. It's hard to get me out of this state, but WrestleMania next year is in Vegas. That's in Nevada. And I absolutely love the fact that Stone Cold Steve Austin is teasing this. We know that CM Punk and Stone Cold is a potential dream match. We know that Stone Cold didn't show up to WrestleMania 40. We know that this guy can do a lot of great things. We saw what he did at WrestleMania 38. This guy can still go. He's a legend. And ultimately, I don't think we're going to see Steve Austin that much, right? So if he's going to come back for a one-off and WrestleMania is in Vegas, I mean, there's a million things you could do. And yes, it is still a little too early to speculate, but I think you got to have CM Punk versus Stone Cold. I think that is the match you have to do. I've been saying this forever, ever since WWE 13, the video game. It was a tease. It was something that could have potentially happened. It never happened. CM Punk left the company. Now CM Punk's back in the company, and he's got the feud, obviously, with Drew McIntyre and then Seth Rollins. And who knows what's really next for CM Punk in his WWE career. So to me, it's just inevitable. It feels like you have to do CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the cool thing about something like this is, like, WWE is all about those big marquee matchups. They're trying to make WrestleMania 41 even bigger than WrestleMania 40. They did a lot to accomplish a lot of great things at WrestleMania 40, but what do you do at WrestleMania 41? Obviously, if you have The Rock and Roman Reigns, that's a very big deal. And then, of course, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton's a very big deal. And who knows what they have planned for the World Heavyweight Championship. But, dude, if you give us CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's one of the biggest matches on the card, and it also doesn't have a championship on the line. I just think it makes too much sense for them to do it. And if WWE can't pull the trigger on this, it's always going to be one of those big what ifs. And I think that sucks when you consider Undertaker and Sting never happened. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty geeked up about this. I want this to happen. The fact that Stone Cold is even openly teasing it is a very good thing. Why he didn't show up at WrestleMania 40, we all know. It just couldn't happen. And look, Stone Cold's not going to come back for just some regular schmegular match, right? He's going to come back for something big, something that makes sense. And yeah, even though CM Punk is not the new kid on the block, CM Punk and Stone Cold, they have that history. There's a lot of good reasons for this match to happen. I think we all know we want it. Guys, WWE is going to have a Wingstop logo on the ring for WWE SummerSlam 2024. We know this because they announced it today. The Prime logo will be on the ring, and so will the Wingstop logo. This is exciting news for the WWE because obviously selling advertising spots on the ring generates money. Also, Wingstop is a global brand, obviously a very popular brand. So this just goes to show you that WWE is going to show other potential sponsors that this is something that companies want to do. Obviously, if you're the WWE and you're promoting Wingstop on the ring canvas, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? We've talked about this before. Some people are not for it. Some people are for it. But I think it's really important that WWE does maximize every potential monetization opportunity because that's essentially what they are doing here. We see the UFC Octagon. It's blasted by logos. Yeah, that's going to happen for WWE. It is. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong when the DraftKings logo is on the mat for AEW. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Prime logo and the Wingstop logo being on the mat for WWE. Ultimately, I think it's a good thing. And truth be told, if I'm the WWE, I would keep doing this. I would keep looking at these opportunities. And if you're a company who has the budget, yeah, I would get in the mix with WWE as well. WWE is incredibly popular. WWE continues to grow. WWE continues to be one of the big leaders in sports entertainment. And not only that, but now it's gotten to the point where WWE is being recognized pretty much by all these other sporting companies through their partnerships and fanatics. And obviously, it just makes sense. Strike when the iron is hot. WWE being able to do this, it benefits their company, but it also benefits the people that want to advertise on the ring. And like I said, I understand some people don't like this, but As somebody who watches combat sports, I genuinely don't believe it's a big deal at all. I don't really care if it's being bombarded with ads, because ultimately that is not going to impact the creative. It has no impact on the creative, and that's what I'm watching TV for. I'm watching the show to see what the creative is. That's what matters to me. That is what's most important to me, and I genuinely believe this is not a big deal. It is interesting though, because I didn't think WWE would have another company promote on the mat. I thought for a while it was just going to be Prime. I thought Prime was going to be exclusive, and that wasn't the case. But obviously, look, Wingstop is presented as a partner for SummerSlam 2024. There's going to be tons and tons of logos everywhere. This is the first time in WWE history something like this is happening. And truth be told, I think it's a really dope thing. I don't really see any negatives with it. And yeah, go and get that money. It doesn't hurt me. Why would I care? Another big announcement, WWE has announced that Survivor Series 2024 is coming back with War Games, but this time they are headed to Vancouver, Canada. And this is actually also exciting because, well, War Games has been confirmed. And obviously, we're all wondering, how is it going to go down with War Games? We're all speculating what it could be. Is it going to be Sami Zayn and the Bloodline and Roman versus the Bad Bloodline? Who knows, right? But WWE bringing back Survivor Series War Games tells you that they've been planning this carefully. Survivor Series, it's going to be taking place November 30th. Same, every year, basically Thanksgiving weekend. I'm all for it. I'm genuinely all for it. It's cool. I think Survivor Series War Games is a better format than NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown. What I also think is cool, you can do the War Games theme, and if you really want, you could still feature NXT. So it's a win-win. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, they're going to have some marquee matches for War Games. We're in August. That's in November. I don't really know what to speculate other than Bloodline versus Bloodline. But I did tweet out that I think it would be a good idea for the Bloodline versus Bloodline, and then for The Rock to come back at the end of the show to confront Roman Reigns, and that could kind of reveal that The Rock is behind the new Bloodline, which I think would be the right decision personally. So obviously we'll see how all of it goes, but yeah, this is good news for WWE, man. And it's another international show. Canada crowds are great. I don't expect anything less. I feel like WWE, whether it's Montreal or whatever, like when they go to Canada, the crowd is always so good. So this is just exciting in general. And yeah, we'll see obviously how it plays out. But I want you guys to tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.
Oh, yes.